Okay. I don't think we need street level superheroes. Personally, I like the idea of Superman. I'll say this. Watch Hancock. I hate that that's what that movie's called. Hancock. Hancock. John Hancock. It's the last name. I don't make names. That movie is great and has been great. It's really, 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 really good, but I think it was just too early, as a lot of good things are. I'd be like that guy. Not at the beginning, but not at the end either. I want to do my part to make an impact positively on the world, but I'm not taking responsibility for everything, even if I have the ability to. And that's the reason why I don't really like street level heroes. Because if I'm web swinging through town and I come up on somebody handing somebody some pills, what kind of business, what kind of person does that make me? You know what I'm saying? That I jump in there and beat the shit. You know? That's what you do in the game. Hey, Spider-Man, there's a drug deal going on, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, I can't let that happen. Swinging you around and throwing gadgets at you. Explosive devices. I'm serving up some justice right now. And I didn't start feeling that way until Miles Morales. Because I'm just like, how are you? You want to talk about the neighborhood so much, and you're swinging around. Yeah, I'm not trying. Superheroes are an extension of the police. That's what they are. That's what they represent in our media. So, I'm not even complaining about it like that. It's just that in 2025, I don't feel like I get to beat you up for stuff. But yeah, if you're committing wholesale crimes against humanity, and I have the power to do something, then yeah, I probably should. And if the aliens show up and they want to hurt people or whatever, or they want to talk to somebody, yeah, that makes sense. I'm God, you know, like, I would, but I'm not gonna be out here trying to. I understand Superman because Metropolis and there's monsters and stuff, you gotta take care of them. And there's other heroes doing stuff, that's fine. But in like a world wherein it's just me out here with superpowers, under no circumstances, if my powers are Spider-Man level, am I devoting all of my time to preventing all crimes in my city. I'm not doing that. That is not something I have the right to do. I just don't. I'm not even gonna bother. The great power, great responsibility, it's always interpreted as that means impose your will upon people. Which makes sense for what country we're in. Like, I get it. So that's what we're supposed to learn from it. But in reality, yeah. At the same time, that character and who Peter Parker is and how young he's portrayed in that particular film, yeah, I get that. Yeah, that's what a kid would do. You're breaking the law, so that's wrong. You're a criminal. And I think that's really funny because that's how cut and dry morality is when you're that age. I talk about how I did a video essay about the 10th Amendment and getting rid of it. How, like, it just needed to go. And I think I had decent reasons, but I didn't understand a bunch. You know what I mean? I did get grilled in that class. They sat me there and just tore into me question after question. And I'm sitting up there and I'm just like, I remember literally the last thing I said was, bro, I'm not running for office. I'm not running for office, bro. Like, like I had to do the assignment. I did the assignment just because the movie was awesome, like, doesn't mean anything. I was the only person in class who did the movie. It was on the list, so I'm gonna make a movie. What are we talking about? And so, yeah, you sat there and I had a real compelling argument about why we should get rid of this thing. And they were like, but this, and if that happens, then what about blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, I don't care. And I was always that person. We were talking about affirmative action. Did you remember saying, like, after 400 years, like, okay, so, okay, theoretically, a couple of y'all don't get a job that should have got a job. You know what I mean? Like, this belongs to you. It's yours already. And so it wouldn't have gone to a different dude that looks like you. It went to somebody who looks like me. Like, even if that's happening. And yeah, people got real mad at me. So I was already that kid, you know? And so I say I was young because I understand that at the time, I did believe that what I was preaching was a good thing. You know what I mean? I was coming at it from the same angle. I just didn't have all the facts. You know what I mean? I thought things were much less nuanced than that. You take me 5 years before that, and I was saying that we needed to enhance the prison system, make it more punitive. Like, if people are doing it this much, then it must not be that bad, because I've seen movies and stuff and that looks scary, so it can't be nothing like that. That's what I was thinking at like 10 to 13, you know? And I definitely remember somebody hearing me say that, going like, you don't know nothing about prisons, just shut the fuck up. As you get older, you learn more stuff about stuff. But the reasoning was, I want the world to be better. And so, yeah, if people are doing bad things, then they should be punished, because that's how you stop bad stuff from happening. Like, that's what I believed. So, yeah, I'm just at the point where I feel like I understand all the sides of the thing, you know? And if it was me and I've got the ability to prevent things from happening that would have otherwise happened, if I see it, if I'm getting a donut and you're robbing the place, I'm not gonna let you. Like, I'm not gonna walk away and go, that's not my problem. I'm not gonna be Hancock. I'm not gonna sit there and break stuff and then be mad, and I'm gonna insist on coming to town every day. I understand that the plight was the plight, but, like, I'm not gonna be that person. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not, at the same if I have a symbol and I wanna indulge in some, I might, you know what I mean? I probably would have the secret identity just to be safe, you know what I mean? Just so I'm not getting mobbed all the time, that type of thing. But beyond that, I'm not shaking hands and was that called aura farming? I'm not doing that, like, you know what I mean? If you haven't seen that clip, please look that one up, with the hurricane, where that lady is reaching out to him and he's standing in the sunlight looking down at her whilst her home is currently afloat. Like, she has a Superman symbol on the roof, if I recall, that she asked for him, and he's standing up there looking at her for a good minute before he goes ahead, and I don't know if we even see him rescue her. Like, the argument there isn't that means he's a bad person. It's that the film itself chose not to communicate that to its audience. That's the point. It's not that, oh, that means that Superman was evil. Nobody's saying that. We're saying that this filmmaker chose to incentivize certain things, and the things that they chose to make relevant were how cool it was that all those people exploded, and then we watched him bring one person outside really slowly. Not, is everybody out? I did 3 circles, and that's he didn't talk to the paramedics. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't see that, so we can't believe that just because you want me to. Not everybody's a diehard fan already, so movies have to communicate things. And when you left those movies, you went, well, that guy looked cool. And Henry Cavill's hot. Wow. This one made you leave the movie thinking, man, that guy really cares. That's it. That's what that was about. I know I went to a lot of different places here, but we get where we're getting.